who's even on here. All right, guys, what's up? Good evening. Happy hump day. We got King Raven of Shield Arms with us and Salty Redcorn of Brothers of the Knives. I'm going to put both their links in here very quickly just so we can get them some more subscribers. I know Salty's not too far away from 500. Is that correct?
Very close. Very, very close.
Awesome. Well, let's try and get him there so we can get his sweet giveaway that he's going to have for us for his 500.
Sweet it is. Shield Arms actually donated a knife for this one, so it's going to be pretty epic, guys.
All right, let me change that. I ruined that. So let me push the two different ones here. It didn't like it that I put two addresses in that. Unless StreamYard is just being a butt and not letting me look at the proper thing here. Oh, cool. All right, so we got a cool show tonight. We're going to go over some damn designs, new products dropping. As you guys see behind me, a little bit different today. You know, this is a lot of new stuff that's coming out. Yeah, that's a lot. There's still a lot more over here that you guys haven't seen. And then we're just going to talk about how EDC kind of plays a role in all three of our lives, just from kind of three different perspectives here. You know, King Raven of Shield Arms has a very, very interesting and new perspective to bring to the YouTube crowd. I haven't seen anything else like that. King Raven, tell us a little bit about yourself and why did you start your channel?
Sure. Okay. So basically, I am a double amputee, above the knee amputee. So I just, as of March of 2021, became a double above the knee amputee. So for the majority of my life, 41 years and everything, I just did EDC and concealed carry and everything as just basic, regular, and everything like that. No disability until just several years ago as my legs started failing. So now I am a full double amputee. So after I healed enough, I started realizing that I still wanted to do all my EDC, but I have to make changes and adjustments because I'm in a wheelchair now. So I'm like, nobody is doing this. So I'm going to start doing a YouTube channel so I can display my stuff, but also come from it with a point of view of, hey, I've been there to where I know how it is just to carry. And now I'm adjusting and I'm learning good ways to carry from a wheelchair perspective.
No, that's awesome. And I haven't seen that anywhere in the YouTube community. And I apologize if there is somebody out there and I didn't quite catch it because there's literally thousands upon 10,000s of YouTubers out there that kind of talk about the stuff that we talk about. So you never know. There might be a channel that I accidentally missed, and I do apologize if that person sees our live and is just yelling at me right now for saying that.
Yeah, I haven't seen one either, and that's one reason why I wanted to. You know.
No, that's awesome, and you know it's I don't know the right word, but it's horrible that you have to endure that stuff, but at the same time, it's going to be useful to somebody that wants EDC still, but has that little hurdle in their life they have to overcome to EDC. So like, do you have like a special bag you use at all? Like I used what's it called? It's VanQuest's. This is called the Javelin 18. This is my EDC, but at the same time, it's a CCW kind of bag as well. Do you use something like that for your?
Well, I have multiple different things. On my wheelchair, I can't really display it or anything, but there's a bag that hangs in between the actual like arms of the wheelchair that go down. So there's a bag that holds just like I always keep this. This is what I sort of use as a wallet and an EDC organizer. So besides the EDC that I keep on me, I keep all this stuff on me all the time as well. So I have an EDC that I change out every day, and then this stays the same every day. Keys, pry bar, little slip joint, pin, an O pin, and stuff like that. So that stays in that little bag. And then as far as my EDC goes, I always carry a firearm and everything like that. So it depends on what holster I'm using, shoulder holster or a actual pocket slip. I use that a lot and stick that underneath my nub. Matter of fact, I've got an example of that right here and everything. Pocket slip.
Nice.
So I slip that underneath my nub and everything like that, and I can wheel around. Or I like to use shoulder holsters a lot because if you think about it, shoulder holsters, they ride right here. They're on the inside of the arms of the wheelchair. Nobody can tell that you've even got a shoulder holster on,
Right.
and you don't have to worry about your waistband. All you do is grab your shirt and pull up, and it's right there, so it's easy access. So shoulder holsters are excellent for wheelchair carry.
That's an awesome insight. Like, do you use like the actual strap shoulder holsters, or do you have like those kind of like compression shirts that have like?
No, he's got the detective style ones.
Right, the
Nice.
detective
like
style shoulder holsters and everything like that. That's got the straps that crosses in the back. Yeah.
Nice.
The
Very cool.
spare mags is on the weak hand side. I mean, the strong head side. The gun's on the weak hand side because it's cross draw. So
very cool. Do you have like strategic places you place other EDC items in your wheelchair and stuff like that as well, or do you kind of have it on your person?
Oh, all right. So that's an excellent thing. So what I if you watch my Instagram and everything like that, I call them Nub Gators. Okay, y'all know these face masks that you can use as a gator? Well, I don't put them over my head. These slide over the ends of my nubs. Okay, so instead of it just being open-ended, like if I'm wearing shorts or whatever, this sort of hangs over and everything, and I can coordinate different nubs and everything right there. Well, this top part of this is perfect for pocket clips. So my knife sits like right there underneath this nub gator, which is sitting right on top of my nub, which is right here, right directly in front of me.
That's fantastic. I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
So nub gators and everything, if you're an amputee, whether single or double, take these face masks and turn them into nub gators by sliding them over there, and you get an extra layer to where you can slip a knife with the pocket clip right on there, and it just stays right in place, sitting right on top of your nub, and it's still out of the way. The only thing you're seeing is a clip, just like if you had it in your pocket.
You need to trademark that. You need to
I was gonna say you should trademark.
You need to trademark that.
Like you can like have like little little dividing slits in it where you can do like
little slots on the nub gator.
Swiss Army knife, a pen. Yeah, dude.
We're gonna trademark that for you right now.
Let's do it. Let's do it. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's just one of the things that I've learned being the double amputee. It's like, hey, I can still do this. I just have to do it differently.
Yeah.
Right. Correct. Yeah. You can't let something like that keep you from living your life. Like you've been awesome. You told me a lot about yourself and your story and stuff like that, and you just keep chucking on forward, which is how you gotta go through life these days. No matter what's thrown at you, you gotta keep going. That's one thing I teach my son. So like, you get knocked over, get right back up.
Get back up.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it more PG and everything. When you are faced with either a crap sandwich or a crap sandwich with mustard, choose the one with mustard, but it's still a crap sandwich, So you just deal with it and go on.
That was probably the best PG rated way to say that I've ever heard.
Awesome.
So this question is for both of you. So we already know the answer to this, but I'm gonna ask anyway. So do you guys have like a countertop or a desktop or a drawer top where you have all your EDC stuff laid out, where in the morning you both can just, hey, I'm gonna carry this, and this today? Or do you just kind of wake up, you're like, oh crap, let me go through the junk drawer and just figure out which one I'm gonna carry?
Salty, go first, brother.
Okay. All right. So I have a watch case. where I keep all my watches. I have a small in-the-wall gun safe where I keep all my pistols and stuff like that. And then for my knives, I mean, I have like a little organizer that sits on top of my drawer, but I don't always put everything back where it's supposed to go. So a lot of the times I'm just like looking at the top of my dresser with a pile of knives and gear, and I kind of just shuffle through what I want. When I pick a knife to carry, I usually carry it for like I go on like a honeymoon, with a knife when I initially get it, and I carry it for like at least a week straight.
We're all been there.
Yeah, and then I switch it up. I mean, a lot of the times I'll coordinate my gear. That's for sure. Like I like to keep, like for instance, I have a black watch today. I am carrying the black serrated Shaman, and then I have the black Axial gear shift. So I like to keep kind of all my stuff coordinated. I have gear of all different colors and stuff like that. So that's just something I like to do. I like to coordinate my stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of a shuffle through the junk drawer kind of guy.
Awesome. All right, King Raven, your turn.
So for me, I have 3 watch cases. I have 2 knife cases. I have those 2 safes back there for my firearms. I'm very OCD, so everything has to go back in its exact place. So now when I mean place, I have a specific slot for each watch in the case. I have a specific slot for each knife in its case, and it goes back in that order. So when I'm picking out, I like to coordinate. Like today, orange shirt, Spinnaker Dumas Tangerine Dial, I5R EOS in orange, and then Hinder XM18 non-flipper Spanto.
Oh, dang.
Heavy hitters. Yeah.
Right.
So I do the coordinating just about every day as well, and I've got different ones. Matter of fact, I've got examples just lined up if we talk about them and stuff like that. So
I have to admit, I envy that. Like that's something that I always kind of aspire to do is like keep my stuff organized. And man, that's my lifestyle. It's just the way it ends up to be, man. But I envy that, dude. I would love to have all my stuff splayed out and organized in a nice way. I'll get there someday.
It drives some people crazy because I'm like, that's not where that goes.
That's like my whole house. My wife will put something in the list. I'm like, no, don't do that.
I get that.
What is that? Is that a bot or is that a real person writing a funny message there? I can't tell. What do you guys think? I don't know. I can't tell. Is that a bot?
Ivan the bot? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll leave it there.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ethan, what are you referring to here? Featured by Dog Spine and Whack, a Spyderco Smuck?
Oh, he must be saying that the lock fails. The lock failed.
Oh, because push. Oh, yeah. Okay, I saw here. It's a side conversation. I didn't realize it. So my bad was saying, yep, button lock failure.
It's actually that's actually a compression lock, button lock.
Yep.
I mean, I've never done any spine whacking. Like, I don't know. That's just not something that I put my knife through, like in a daily. Like, I'm never gonna be in a scenario where I'm whacking the spine of my knife, like for EDC. So I've always known compression locks to be extremely strong, at least for kind of standard heavy use. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know, man. He's got one right there.
PM2 and everything right there. Compression locks. I have no problem with them, and I'm not going to be hitting anything with that. I'll get a hammer. So,
I mean, props to you if you're doing that. Like that's a hardcore test. You know what I mean? That's like cold steel. That's cold steel stuff right there.
Exactly.
National Ninja said, "What's a spine whack?"
That's when you ferociously smash the back of the spine against something to see if you can break your knife.
Is it me or all like the hardcore failure knife testers are like gone? I haven't seen any lately. Have you guys seen?
No, not lately. I know that it was really popular. Like I want to say, like 2 years ago, it was really popular to see people like hammering Microtech, Ultratechs into 4x4s and stuff like that. But
And then Lynn Thomas retired.
oh yeah, well, Lynn's, yeah,
I think once he stopped, I think the whole like destroy your knife craze kind of died a little bit. But
true.
hey, he started a really awesome thing. When I started getting into EDC, I would just go right to Coastal videos and watch their stuff all the time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, Lynn Thompson's an OG in the game, dude. He was like,
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And cold steel knives are freaking awesome knives. They really, really are. And they have like every budget kind of covered.
I've got an OG Voyager 2 Vaquero with the Chris almost style blade, the Vaquero, and everything sitting right over there, and it's the XL, so it's like 6-inch blade, So
for sure. Timothy,
couch for sale.
Right. What couch are you talking about? Oh, you talking about these boxes? I don't know if that's a couch.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
But there will be an update on all the Dan Design stuff, so don't worry about that. As you can see, all behind me, that's all Dan Design. And
I'll have to admit that I've never personally had the opportunity to try a Dan Design's knife. I've only seen reviews online. Yeah, I saw you said you were going to send me a couple.
I'm going to send you some, brother, and everything.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
For sure.
I'm excited.
I always forget this when we do lives. Well, we'll do a quick little pocket dump. Pocket check here, but I know King Raven already did that. So, Salty, what are you carrying today?
So Richard Legrand, I always go the wrong way when I try to aim at the camera here. Richard Legrand Odyssey Mark II. This is the PVD version. It's all black, fits the tactical. I just swapped it to a leather band this morning, just for something different. What am I actually carrying today? Like I showed before, this is the Axial Gear Shift OTF. This is the all DLC version with the Wharncliffe blade. I've been on a honeymoon with this thing. I've been carrying it every single day. What an awesome knife. It really suits my style. And this is one of my honeys. I love this knife. This is the full serrated Shaman in S30V, all blacked out with a deep carry clip on it.
Very nice.
Absolutely love that knife. And I have the Axial Gear pinch bar. And I'm carrying a Glock 45 in 9mm. So
nice.
That's what I got going on today. Nice.
You guys have always thought since it's a household of children, it's all locked up at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not home right now, so.
Yeah, I know.
We don't have kids in the house.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Oh no! Before I had
all my stuff is locked up, or I have it on me.
Right.
Nice. Yeah, before I had kids stuff, I did just have like firearms laying around everywhere. But since I got married, the wife is like, "Yeah, clean up your stuff a little bit."
Yeah,
for good reason.
I kind of jumped ship a little bit. I've been carrying the Hogue OTFs for a while now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Kobe's gonna be mad at me. This is the I forgot the name of this thing now. It's the compound, but this one is the one with the tritium insert in it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
So at night you can it's like a night sight right there on the actuator. Yep. So if you drop this at night, you can actually find this. And then sneak peek, been carrying the new design, the new like updated Hades.
Nice.
Titanium, awesome. S35VN, of course, and then it's DLC coded for us.
The handle on that knife looks nice and shapely. It's got like some very nice curves. Like I don't know, the beveling around the corners seems smooth.
So when you have it in your hand, it kind of fits the natural curvature of your hands,
right?
And then this hump kind of fits right between the pinky and the ring finger, and it's comfortable. But it's it's a standardized handle, so some hand shapes might have difficulty with it, some might not. So it all depends on your size. I wear a size large glove, so it fits perfectly for my hand. And the jimping is perfect as well. And now we have two flipper, or I call it the damn hole.
Is the handle the same as the old Hades, or was that reconfigured as well?
So when he redesigned this guy, the scale is still the same as the Finrar and the Hades. I'm sorry. the Hades handle is different. So he took the Finrar handle and put it on both the new Hades and then the Finrar again. But with the G10, it is now going to be kind of has a milling in it. Oh, that's the worst color to pick. I pick white. So it's going to have a milling now, like that.
Oh, right.
Instead of just the solid handle that it has before, like the ones that you have, Raven. So
right.
Yeah, but this is one of the new
old
redesign
school
ones.
Hades fits a medium-sized hand as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, I really like the original Hades, but this blade shape, woo, I love.
Yeah, what I was saying before is it's got like, it gives me like a cleaver vibe. It's got kind of like a nice cleaver-esque vibe, but you still have a tip. So, I mean, that's kind of a bonus.
And that nice belly right there. So it's
Absolutely.
slicey, it's stabby, and it's
Yeah.
with two different ways to actually open the knife. And I see Napster Ninja pre-ordered one.
Ah, nice.
Very nice. And I think Timothy
That's
has
awesome.
a tie Finrar coming too. So, yep.
Awesome.
Well, since you two got pre-orders, just to let you guys know, I just finished unpacking everything from that was shipped over. I gotta make sure to put them through inventory and stuff like that, and then as soon as that's handled, we will start shipping them out. Well, I mean me. We'll start shipping it out to you guys. So no worries, those are coming soon to you guys. For show.
I see David Iverson says he's wearing a deep blue marine diver 500 Swiss with the ETA movement. That's a nice watch.
Yes,
Very
it
nice.
is. Yes, it is. It's a very nice. I miss my Seamasters. I had to sell those when I was sick, so it didn't work out. Yeah, but then as a dad, it especially to a newborn, I can't wear a watch. When you're carrying them and stuff, they tend to go everywhere. And with metal bands, you're gonna end up hurting them somehow.
Yeah.
Even with my G-Shocks and stuff, the metal buckle will still catch something.
It can. Yeah, I do notice that. Like with my 2-year-old, like when I'm holding him and he's like got no shirt on and he's squirming like a worm. And yeah, I've scraped him up a little bit, but
get you a Swiss watch company Arc. The band on it is a Velcro and it's very elastic. There's no buckle. There's no nothing.
Oh.
It's super thin. I've got one right over there I could show you and everything like that if you want to see it. But a Swiss watch company Arc. It's super thin, titanium, little, and it's completely elastic, Velcro-y, no edges, no nothing.
that's nice.
Definitely gonna try that. Is it similar to like the Apple Watch, kind of like
Let me
metal
show
band?
you.
Okay,
I'll be right back.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that sounds nice. I mean, if there's no buckle and smooth edges, it's definitely kid friendly.
Right, because you don't want to catch anything like on baby clothes or bibs or
No, I got my little one pretty good actually the other day. He was like squirming all over and he slid down and I saw he had a big red mark here, but he's a little boy. He's tough. He's constantly bouncing off stuff. So
Okay.
Right.
So
all good.
check it out. This is the Swiss watch company Arc, okay?
Nice field watch.
Super thin, but the band has this Velcro and it's this elasticy material.
That is nice.
Cool.
So when you put it on, it's nothing but this smooth edge and it's super. So if you're carrying a kid or anything like that, it's just not so very thin, and it's a field watch. The loom is like a freaking torch and everything like that.
Nice.
Very bright, small seconds hand and everything. If you see down there at the bottom.
Yeah, small seconds. That looks like a really nice piece.
Oh, and the guys over at Swiss Watch Company, they are top notch and everything. So all these are made in Swiss. This is a Court Swiss and everything. I believe they would go on their website for like $199.
That's a good price.
Yeah. Check out the Swiss Watch Company and everything like that. They're great guys, and that's a great watch, especially in a y'all situation to where you're carrying small ones and everything. There's nothing sharp that you're going to catch them on.
You're going to have to send me that one for review, Raven.
You got it, brother.
Do they sell just the bands too? Because like a lot of my watches, I took the bands off. So you do like the NATO straps. So I just buy
these bands because since they're Velcro, the Velcro will wear out. They're like $10 on their website.
Ooh.
I mean,
Nice.
these bands are not expensive
Is it a
at all.
20 millimeter?
Yeah, it is, and
Oh, that's perfect.
it's got where you use the spring bar through the little capture on this side,
Yeah.
and then it wraps around the spring bar
Oh, yeah.
on this side.
I have to admit, that is extremely convenient and kid friendly. I will admit that. I like that.
Yeah, check them
That is
out,
cool.
and I'll
I'm
send
gonna
you
need
this to review, brother.
Napster Ninja.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
So Napster said maybe that's why the kids were crying when babies, while being held. Never thought about that. It went with making them tougher. It's true though. It's true. That's what I've seen these days too. Is so many kids are okay. There's difference between nature and nurture. Like there's parents that are over nurturing their children to the point where if they get a little like paper cut, it's like a big deal. Like we're going to
Yeah.
ER.
Yeah.
It's like, you okay?
My wife hates it. Yeah, like my son will fall down, hit his head on the ground, but he'll get back up and then cry. That's how you know it's not too serious. But of course,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure he's fine. But if it's the part where it's not serious and he's crying, I'm like, don't cry. It's fine. Get back up. And most of the times, 85% of the time, he'll stop because it's not a big deal. It just scared him somehow, and then he's right back to doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no point to reinforce that, like, oh my God, this is the end of the world thing. It's not the end of the world. Like it's
No, like, and I'll have to admit that I'm a bit of a helicopter dad, like in a way where I'm just constantly hawking and watching on my kids, making sure they're not getting hurt. But in the case when they do get hurt, yeah, it's like it's a lesson learned. You know what I mean? Unless it's something real serious, like you're not going to the doctor. Like nobody, I think when a kid gets initially hurt and you do that, oh no, that kind of just kind of feeds that fire.
Intensifies their emotions. Absolutely.
Rub some dirt on it, right?
I've actually said that to my oldest when he was like 1. He fell down, got him, like, just rub some dirt in it.
Rub some dirt on it, kid. That's hilarious.
Hey, Byron, welcome to the live tonight. Thank you for sharing. You got a Recon 1 spear point. I love the Recon 1. I got the Tonto, but I broke my original one, so I had to get the new one, but they have the new logo on it. I wish it was still the old logo before they switched over. Yeah.
Delilah Rose, what up?
Delilah, are you going to win today's giveaway again? She won my last one. So. All right, so the thing I asked both these guys to kind of pick out their top 5 knives from the collection, and it's not like top 5 and like the best of the best. It's top 5 and like how I said was like what it means to you. Like, hey, like you might have a $4 knife, but it's sentimental or something like that. So, what are you guys' top 5 knives?
You want to go first, Raven?
I can. So
he's ready. He's got like 20 knives in front of him.
Yeah, I've got knives all over the place and stuff like that. But so what I did is I did top 5 knives right now of what I have here. I've got knives that are on loan for review that would have made the top 5 and everything like that. So since I don't have them with me, I'm just going with these. So first up, this is my customized Spyderco Shaman. Okay, so Stonewash XHP, Stonewash Titanium scales, Stonewash MXG pocket clip, and Stonewash back spacer. So it's like completely monochromatic Stonewash Titanium XHP. I love this Shaman. Salty has seen this. He actually put this together for me and everything when we got some scales in. So he had it up there with him. So
love that thing. I think the Flytanium scales really add like a nice feeling to that knife.
Solidity beyond belief and everything like that. I love it. So that's one of them. Okay. And I'm a big off-grid knives fan, and I believe their best design, in my opinion, is the Scorpion. I like larger knives. This is a full 4-inch knife.
Dang,
it's got a tremendous tip, and it's still got belly and flat. It's titanium frame lock with inlays, and they've got like 5 or 6 different colorways. It's all the same knife, but different colorways. This one happens to be carbon fiber, black wash titanium with the satin blade. So the off-grid knife Scorpion is just one of my favorite knives. It's outstanding flipper. So
That's one of the brands I still got to check out. I've not held one or used one yet, so it's definitely.
man, I love some off-grid knives. Salty actually checked out that exact same one for review and everything. Well, a little while ago and everything. Nice. It was a great knife.
It is a really good knife.
Next one and everything. This was one of my first grail knives and everything. This is my Hinder XM24 Harpoon Spanto, red G10, battle blue titanium, work king finish and everything. This Harpoon Spanto, I mean, of course, I'm a Hinder nut, and this XM24 in the Harpoon Spanto is just outstanding. It took me a while to get this, but when I got it and everything, I gladly snagged it. It's a beast, but it's a outstanding knife.
That's actually a beautiful Hinder. I've actually that caught my eye when you showed me that. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
This one's I've not had it too long and everything, but this is a fidget beast. This is the Sumo. I keep on doing the camera thing.
It's so hard.
This is the Sumo. Yeah. So you've got thumb studs, you've got a discreet flipper, you've got a button lock, you've got the fuller if you're able to thumb. I can't never do that. Or middle flick, but that is the actual flipper tab. This little thing right there. It's super discreet, but it works.
It works.
It works the button lock.
What's the steel on that? Yeah.
What blade steel? Yeah.
Oh, 20 CV.
Oh, okay.
20 CV and titanium and everything. Hold back Sumo.
I like the purple contrast.
Yeah,
I think that's really nice.
Me and that's purple. So it's completely bead blasted. The blade and the titanium bead blasted with the purple hardware. And then the last of my 5 is another silver and purple. This is my Grimsmo Norseman. This is my grill knife that took me 3 years to get and everything. It's got purple accent hardware, crosshatch titanium, then just the classic Norseman blade. I love this knife. This is in RWL 34. And the Norseman action, if you've never handled one, is just outstanding.
I have a comment to make about that knife.
Go right ahead, brother.
So there was a time, and King Raven remembers this. There was a time when I was clowning on that knife because initially looking at it, I'm like, man, that blade shape is just weird. It looks like a spoon. It's like a yogurt eating knife. And King Raven sent that to me, and I was blown away when I had it in hand. I was literally blown away by that knife. I think that the blade's probably kind of hard to sharpen if you're not a professional, or you don't sharpen often, or you don't maybe have like a ceramic rod to do that recurve with. But honestly, the front of that blade is very useful. It really is. And I also think that you have 2 tips.
Like a Tonto. You can scrape it like a Tonto.
Exactly. And it has 2 tips. So you have that secondary tip that really pierces, for like opening boxes and tape and stuff. That's actually a really good knife. And the feeling of the action, like I'm not super, like drop shutty action isn't my most important thing, right? But the action on that feels very tuned and dialed in to the point where you can tell, this is a really good knife. They definitely took extra care when they made it, and definitely it's worth, the extra kind of premium that, they cost. You know what I mean? So,
well, one thing, this is full titanium frame lock, but look, this sucker is like thin.
It's thin. Super thin.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't realize how thin that was.
Oh, dude, it's super thin.
They are crazy thin.
Hey, King Raven, so Byron has a question. Have you experienced a Husky and Nitro V along with that Sumo? And if so, which one is your more favorite?
All right, so I want a Husky. Now, I have lots of knives in Nitro V, so I love Nitro V still, okay? But I want a Husky in Nitro V. So far, the only hoback that I've experienced is that Sumo. That was my first hoback to experience. But the Husky reminds me a lot of the XM24 and everything. If you look at the XM24 and look at the Husky, it's not the exact same blade shape, but it's got a lot of this, similarity to it and everything like that. So, yeah, Husky and Nitro V is the hoback that I'm wanting right now and everything. So, absolutely.
All right, so that was 5. It's my turn.
I was mentally counting.
That was
like,
it.
wait, was that?
That was 5. That was it.
All right. Well, I have a couple knives here that I really like, and one of them right off the bat is this one. I keep showing this one, but this is the Axial Gear Shift. I definitely, when I saw this particular version, it's got Salty Redcorn written all over it with the all black DLC. And I really, really love the Shift, particularly because it's very minimal as far as some OTFs go. A lot of OTFs get crazy with the milling and the fullers and the holes in the blade and all that stuff. And I really like how they just keep it so simple. Also, the handle shape is extremely neutral, and I love it. I just love this. I know there's a couple other fish in the sea as far as these things go, but I just prefer this one. I prefer the Axial Gear. I still like Microtech. I still like Recons. And yeah, I might even want to check out one of those Hogues at some point, but this one really just screams my name. This is definitely my top OTF at the moment. And I have to go like King Raven and go with the Shaman because, I love the Shaman. I think that this is probably one of the best Spyderco knives ever made.
Absolutely.
I know there's a lot of people that don't like serrations, and I could argue that till the cows come home. I mean, I've been in situations and I've had jobs where serrations are basically all I need. When I was a fisherman, a serrated knife was all I needed on the boat. So yeah, but serrations kind of hold a special place in my heart, and I think a lot of people's I want to say like hatred towards serrations is that they just maybe haven't like sharpened or rather honed their skills in sharpening a serrated knife. It's not as hard as everyone thinks. It can be done. I've had this knife for a few years now, and I use it all the time, and I have not had to sharpen this knife. The thing about serrations is it helps it hold the edge a little bit longer because you have it broken up over different surface areas. This is one of the best knives, not to mention the ergonomics on the Shaman are insane. Salty, why do you prefer the Shaman to the PM2? So it's not that I could sit here and do my top 5, all Spydercos. Everybody knows, if you watch my channel, I'm a Spyderco fanboy, right? I have a lot of PM2s. The reason right now that I'm going to say that I like the Shaman over the PM2 is I want to say the ergonomics are better on the Shaman for my hand in particular. And also for me, the blade's a little bit more robust, and I have a little bit more blade width overall here, right? And a little bit more strength on the spine because it's definitely a little bit thicker of a blade stock. But yeah, I want to go and just say it's the ergonomics for me. Although I do like the ergonomics of the paramilitary too. I think the Shaman, the contoured scales, I think it just fits my hand. I have a really pretty large hand here. I wear an XL to double XL depending on the glove. This just fits my hand really good. And I love the native lineup. I love all the knives in the native lineup. The Little Native is one of my favorites, but that's not going to make the list right now. I want to throw this fixed blade in. This is the White River M1 Backpacker. This is an excellent little fixed blade.
Nice.
Yeah, this is an excellent little fixed blade. It's an S35VN, and the ergos are super sick. I have really yet to hold a fixed blade that really locks you in the way that this knife locks you in. If you can see that drastic finger choil right there, paired with the way that this angles back like that, when you get this thing in hand with that jimping, it feels sturdy, super duper sturdy. So that's a nice little fixed blade that I like. And this is a new knife that isn't mine, but I want one really bad. I want this knife really bad. This is the Kaiser T1. And this is in black.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, this thing is so, so nice. And I'll tell you why I like it so much. Drop point blade, it's very thin. The edge is very, very, very thin. And I think for EDC, having a very thin edge is probably one of the better ways to go with the EDC knife. Unless you're like Rambo and you need to chop trees down. Like, I think that a thin, slicey edge is really the way to go. And I like how they've done this micarta. I mean, Kaiser does a really good job with micarta. I have the Kaiser Harpoon fixed blade. That's another favorite knife. And the micarta on it is just so good. It's very grippy. It's done very, very nicely. And this has got a short little deep carry clip. Ergos are fantastic. It runs on bearings. Absolutely love that knife. So that's number 4. And number 5 is going to go to the giant. What is it? Why do I prefer performance knives over pretty wall pieces? Because I use my knives. That's why I prefer performance knives. And like, that's why I love Spyderco. I talked about this in the last live with Tactical Everyday Dad. I'm a performance guy. I like Spyderco. I like knives that are built to perform. I also like pretty wall hanger knives too. I mean, I think that they're great. And I think that there's a couple different aspects of being a knife collector or enthusiast. You know, there's the collector, there's the user, and then there's the user collector. And I'm kind of a user collector. I don't know. But yeah, I just kind of lean towards performance over looks, you know? So number 5 is the Giant Mouse Ace Sonoma.
Ooh.
This is an LMAX and micarta. This thing is really nice because I like what Giant Mouse does. And you see this on a lot of Italian-made stuff. I really love crown spines. I love how fine their file jimping is. It's beautiful. The handle of this knife is extremely shapely with a nice forward choil. I'm a big fan of forward choils because, like I said, I am a user. I prefer performance, and a forward choil for me really allows me to use the knife to its fullest extent and bear down on the knife when I need to, right? But Giant Mouse just does such a good job with all the details. You know, this is one of those knives, and Giant Mouse knives in general is what I found are just like we said before. I had mentioned performance and beauty. There are a mix of the two. They're built to perform, and they're also gorgeous. You know what I mean? It's
Very
like
true.
a gentleman's user. And I think that that's probably, you know, that's a really good attribute for an EDC knife, in my opinion. So Giant Mouse Sonoma, this is the version 2. And yeah, love that.
Are you going to check out Giant Mouse if they're at Blade Show this year? Because last year they had to cancel because of the whole restrictions and stuff like that.
I would love to go see Giant Mouse at Blade Show. And at Blade Show, if Giant Mouse is there, and I'd love to get one of their small fixed blades if they ever do those again.
The Dapper from Blade
GM, I think it's called a GM1. It's got no scales on it. It's just a little small little knife. It's really cool looking to me, in my opinion. It's very small. And, you know, I like those small EDC fixed blades.
I know what you're talking about now. For some reason, I thought you would say with the small flippers, which is the Dapper.
The Dapper's awesome.
Yeah,
Looks great. I love that Bowie blade shape on it. Yeah.
they just when they drop them, it's like gone in 30 seconds. So I can never get one.
Yeah.
So for sure. Well, thank you for sharing your top 5. So I love the way we went because it was Shield Arms with his like beautiful pieces and stuff that I would have a heart attack using. So Salty with his like more. He still likes beauty, but he wants function too. Most of mine are all function, so we'll go with that. So I know Kobe's gonna be pissed at me, but the Microtech Ultratech is still my number 1 OTF just because of the slim profile. Yeah, he's crying. It's okay. The slim profile.
Dad life.
Yes, it is. It is dad life. Oh,
Dad life.
Hold on. Hashtag dad life.
There you go.
There you go, bro.
You see the shark one that says Dada doo doo? Hey. Okay, hold on. Go see mommy, please. See, but the reason I like this OTF over everything else is because, like, as an example, I love this Hogue. I have my honeymoon phase right now too, but as you can see, the handle to blade profile, it's just I don't even know how they fit that blade inside the handle.
Yeah, it's very slim.
You have this thin, slim package. I know some guys like it's holding a pencil. Not really. It's I don't know why they compare it to a pencil. Like you still have a nice nice full grip on my hand. But when you have your phone in your pocket, this is a lot more real estate. Let me close these so I don't stab myself. It's a lot more real estate. God, the camera. Because I'm looking at the screen's over here, but the camera's here. So like this with your phone in your pocket, and I have my gigantic Pro Max.
Yeah.
So it's like you need to have less knife in the pocket with you. But I also have my other extra pockets in this jeans too, but I carry more than one knife. So but yeah, that's my number 1. And they have a glass breaker. You know, most OTFs don't have glass breakers.
Right.
You want to say hi to everybody?
Hey.
Tactical baby number 1.
What's up, Tactical baby?
It was his birthday Tuesday, so now he's 3, right?
Happy birthday, 3-year-old dude.
3 fingers up.
Nice. Yes.
3.
3.
All right, go hang out, mommy. Go play with your toy. Okay, cool. All right, and then there's gonna be some haters out there, but the bug out. But mine has the Glow Rhino Tritium Inserts G10 handle, and just a teaser. I am now partnered with these guys, so they'll be making Tritium insert scales for me for my future knives.
Awesome.
They're also a Michigan company. They're actually in Detroit as well. They're literally 5 minutes up the road from me. I can go.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can throw a rock and hit them. That's how close we are.
That's awesome. I think the addition of tritium on knives is awesome. We use them on watches, and yeah, I really just think it's really great because you don't need any kind of light to charge them up. They just happen.
So these things have
also use them
like
on night
23
sights
years.
on guns.
Yep.
That's right.
So the cool thing about Glow Rhino is any EDC item that has tritium, it's done by them. So ProTech, Hogue, all like the pocket gears and stuff that have tritium in them that's knife or EDC related is done by Glow Rhino right here out of Michigan. So I did not know that until I talked to their CEO today, CJ. He's an awesome dude. And he told me about how the history behind this, and they do everything, not just one thing. They do everything across the board for all knives. They do stuff for night fusion. They're the ones who do the tritium, the night sights and stuff for their handguns.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
wow,
really
that's
cool.
big. I had no idea.
I had no idea either because I just recently discovered Glow Rhino. I didn't even know they're neighbors of mine. And I started talking to them, and they're going to do the scales for me. And then he told me the history of the company. Like 30 years they've been around just doing tritium for everything. So, and then the bug out just because it's light. Even with the G10 handle now, it eliminates that fear of the handle breaking and stuff. It's a nice, tough knife. Small, thin, very lightweight. That's why I love it. So that was number 2. Number 3, here's a nice, more fancy knife, is the Leon Ma Lenny V2. Has the marbled carbon fiber, titanium, and kind of a bolster lock. So it's not a frame lock or a liner lock, but it's like a bolster lock.
Yeah, bolster lock. That is a fancy knife.
Oh, yeah. So it's satin finish, hand ground. Even though it's made by Riyadh, it's still hand ground. Hollow and then a flat, and has a nice fuller here and a more of a halfway serration. So this is one of my fancy ones that I don't use. I've cut stuff with it, but I don't really carry that because I just don't want to damage that beautiful finished blade there.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see here. Is there is there really a function for tritium on knives? That's why it's useful for gun night sights. Hollywood, it is useful because imagining you're in pitch black trying to tiptoe to the house because your kids are asleep, and the second they hear one pin drop, you're going to, or even the lights turn on. Like my son, if you turn the lights on, he's like freaking hawk. He's like, "What's going on?" So you drop this at night on the ground, and it's pitch black. You can't see. You have this thing glowing like a lighthouse in the middle of a storm. So it's pretty cool. And then it's for the whole, tactical operator series, like in ProTech. It's just where the button is to activate an automatic, or where the button is on an OTF. Say you're in your car and you need to cut something really quickly at night. You'll see this and you'll know exactly where to hit. But like for Salty and myself, who's an OTF fanatic, it's kind of muscle memory. The second you put your hand there, you know where the button is. You don't really need it, but just to answer your question, that's what tritium is for knives.
I'd have to add to that and say, so if you're a real operator and you're really out there in the field, think about that. Most of your stuff is tactical. It's always going to be black if you're an operator, or OD green or something dark. And if you drop that thing, that tritium really shines. It really, really glows. It doesn't need any additional light to charge it, and you're going to be able to hopefully find your tool that you need. So
right. That's okay. Pencil in one hand while you clock in the other. Hey, John Wick can use a pencil to do what. Okay, I think you can use this and you'll be fine. You don't have to have a thick boy like this guy. So sorry, I think
flex.
Yeah.
That was a flex.
But yeah, so that was number 3. So this one's kind of near and dear to my heart because I am part of the Dan Designs company, and this is the first Dan Design knife I actually purchased. Purchased is the Yokai OG M390, but this one is custom done by Hans Klein. So it has kind of like an orange peel silver, if you can see that, with, I call it the Spartan antique kind of bronzy color.
Yeah.
And of course the red marbled shredded carbon fiber, not marbled, sorry. And then all the hardware is also the nice bronze. So this is just kind of like, it's not a wall piece. Actually, at Blade West, I was using to cut a whole bunch of boxes and cut zip ties and stuff, and it's still beautiful because Hans Klein does a great job in his finishes. You can't even tell it's messed up at all. What's up, Mary? Thank you for joining us. Thank you. So that's number 4. And then number 5. So you guys haven't seen this one yet. It's kind of a prototype, but it's one of my knives. It's a smaller version of the Kermode.
Oh.
So it's like a mini EDC knife, but this is Magna Cut. Again, still with the signature red liners. Black kind of polished micarta. And that nice hand mirror finish. Not quite mirror, but
I love the polish on the blade, yeah.
Yeah, but so this one's a little shorter than the one you're going to be getting here pretty soon. But yours is on the way. I was making sure yours is kind of one of the first ones out.
I'm going to have to get one of those too, Dan.
So we'll probably have minis and the XL version for Blade Show. So you'll be one of the first ones to see both of those. Since
that's awesome.
The XL is going to be just for Blade Show, but these minis will probably be out before the Blade Show.
See, the mini would be more my style and everything like that.
For sure.
Instead of the larger fixed blades, because we were talking about, wall hangers and functions. You also got to think about my EDC now. I have my purpose and everything is going to be around the house and boxes and packages and food prep and stuff like that. So my hard use and everything is completely different now than like it was beforehand and everything like that. So my EDC purposes and my knife choice purposes, even though I like bigger, thicker knives sometimes too and everything, they do the job as well. But I appreciate thinner stuff and stuff like that.
I do love that one.
Packages and stuff like that. That's a Dagger Sting right there. Yep. In the Stormtrooper edition, black wash with the white G10.
I gotta get one of those. It's a Russian-made knife, but they're
not super expensive either. I really want one too, man. It's got that PM2 vibe to it, but it's a little different.
Blade HQ just did a drop not long ago, and they had the Stormtrooper, and I was like, Yes, please. So, because hey, look, check it out. Stormtrooper, and then I have my Olite
Nice.
baton that's in the black and white with the charging case right here, the baton 3, and then you pair that with the Islander Loomshot collaboration Glacier,
Woo!
White
Flex.
Samurai, and everything
He's
like
flexing
that.
now. He's
It's
flexing.
flex.
So come on, it's a white on white on white and
Yeah.
everything like that.
You're gonna need a Stormtrooper Grizzlar in the future, maybe.
Oh,
Ooh.
yes, please.
Well, I should just tell the folks these days. So May the 4th be with you will be Grizzlar Star Wars editions, and Stormtrooper is one of them. Oh, and to answer Grant's question here, are we ever doing another run of M390 in marble carbon fiber? That is still kind of a no, but Adrian has been kind of thinking it over because it was a great thing to do. It's just he is trying to kind of keep the price points down, so he likes to have everybody enjoy his designs. And when you're going to M390 with full tie and carbon fiber and stuff like that, you're starting to get up there more and more and more in production costs and stuff like that, which is it's breaking the limit he wants to stay below, because he wants everybody to. Yeah, he's a great dude. He wants everybody to enjoy his designs. Like, I love this thing. This is probably my new favorite knife from him. Is the new Hades, and this blade is just woo! I love this thing. Look at that.
If you don't mind me asking, what's the blade steel on that one?
This one's S35VN.
Okay.
Nice.
So right now, S35 is probably going to be, in my view, the highest steel that we have. So we have S35, D2 is not going to be made for a while, but we switched to 14 C28N. And then, of course, the S35, because you want to kind of stay with stainless. D2 is strong and stuff like that, as everybody knows. But when it comes to everyday use, it's still kind of, prone to rust and stuff like that. But not in all cases. I have a Boker Klishnikov OTF that's D2. I use that for everything, and it's still fine. And then to answer Tim's question, where did Tim go? Tim, I haven't shown all the stuff yet. I haven't done any of his updates, so you haven't missed anything yet. We've just been talking knives for a while.
Stay with us, Tim.
Yeah, hang on. We still got a while.
Don't leave.
Don't worry. Did say they just dropped it. Okay. Yep, cool. Definitely got to go check it out.
Also, I want to mention this since we're talking about Blade HQ drops. I really want to pick up the new Sheepdog in 10V and micarta.
Yes.
Blade HQ.
With the hole opening. Yeah.
I want the whole no flipper. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Choil. Or is it still?
No, they're still. No, last night I was sitting there looking at it on my phone last night, about to push the go button. They have several different colors right now. They have black, they have green, and they have natural micarta, and they were all still in stock. They had the full size and the mini all in stock still. They're roughly like $89. They work out to be $98 once you add shipping and tax and all that. So,
do they got those at Amazon too?
No, it's a Blade HQ exclusive.
Oh, just the 10. Okay, because I think
10,
they had
10V.
I think they had S35 with the hole on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But this one is a 10V. 10V is a great steel. It's been around for like 30 years. Yeah.
Timothy, hold on. We'll get to that momentarily. We'll get to that. Don't worry. I got a lot of stuff not a lot, but a good amount. I didn't want to go through this whole thing because, as you can see, there's a lot.
There's a lot. I am surprised to see that mountain behind you.
Because you guys can see that, but you don't know it's actually like 4 deep.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So let's see. Ooh, what's my favorite of all time? I answered that one. Of all time, it's got to be the new Hades. But we have. We'll get to the rest of it, but the Hades is my new one. My new favorite DD knife, for sure. Timothy, I'm dying here. I know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make you look a little longer, guy. A little longer. I'm over the house. Don't want to miss it. All right, here. go do your stuff at 8:10. We'll go over all the damn design stuff for you. How about that?
8:10, baby.
8:10. You got 11 minutes.
Set the
11
alarm,
minutes.
Tim.
Go do your stuff, Tim. Go do your stuff. There you go. See? Don't miss it. Don't miss it. All right. So yeah, like I'm just like you, Salty. I like to use my stuff, but I do have some, wall pieces and save queens, as everybody likes to say it. But as you see, this one is a beautiful knife, but I do use it. But when you have something that's well done like this, you have no fear of using it. As reviewers, you guys have done cut tests and stuff with knives that the coating just doesn't hold up, and it's just kind of disappointing when it's like a knife that you're like, oh yes, this could be my new rotation. Then you're just like, I literally just cut 2 pieces of cardboard and it looks like crap already.
It's happened.
Yep, it happened to me. I was so excited about this one knife that I reviewed, and I cut something. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good. Because being OCD, I get pissed off when I have like a gash through like one of these, and you're just like, no.
Amen, brother.
I'm pointing at you, brother. I know you. You and that DLC, dude. You're like, no DLC, Salty Redcorn.
That's why I love more of satin and everything like that. Now, granted, I do have some. As you saw, that dagger was black bladed because of the thing, and like this off-grid knives and everything. That reminds me of that Hades swoop.
You're right.
And everything, but no hole.
Right.
Different shape, but it's got that pronounce and everything like
Okay.
that. I like
Hopefully
the
I don't
hole.
drop this on my thigh, but let me see if I can actually flick this open. Oh yeah, I got it.
Nice.
I suck at spidey flicking, that's why. But to go back to the DLC thing, like I don't know what Microtech does to their knives, and same thing with Axial. I've cut so much stuff with this, and it still looks pretty. Like
Yeah.
Like you can see, like the pocket clip is like all screwed up and scratched and stuff. The body's a little bit scratched and stuff, but the blade is like I don't know what they did, what kind of voodoo magic.
I explained, I think, to King Raven a while back when I was making my plea for DLC was that when a DLC is done really good, like Spyderco or Microtech, when they do a really good job with it and they bead blast it beforehand, and then it's got that satin finish. A lot of the times, the markings that you're getting on the blade are from the actual material itself that you're cutting. A long time ago, I did a test where I cut an aluminum can with a paramilitary 2 that was DLC coated, and it had silver streaks all over it. And I was able to actually use a coarse sponge and a little bit of soap, kind of wipe it right off, and then oil the blade with my finger and a little bit of olive oil.
Oh wow!
Right back to normal. The DLC is diamond-like carbon, so there's not that many things out there that are actually harder than carbon, like diamond hardened carbon, basically. So yeah, a lot of the times, Cerakote will definitely scratch. PVD will definitely scratch, although PVD is a little bit tougher than Cerakote, and then DLC I think is probably the toughest from my experience, but yeah, there's ways around it. If you maintain and take care of your DLC, it'll always look good.
Definitely, yeah. I always oil it, even though it's M390. I still oil it because it's an OTF. It's gonna sit inside the casing most of the time.
Right.
It's not gonna be deployed or like that. And then I'll do that sometimes. It'll definitely have burn marks for sure. My bad. Really? You're so calm? DLC started to wear the first week. What have you been cutting?
Oh, wow.
Right. Like that's pretty hard to do for sure.
Right. Hey.
Like
it happens.
It's a user. It's a user.
You're cutting steel cable.
What's the coating on? I have to say it's PVD because I don't believe our factory can do DLC. So I'm gonna stay with PVD. But hey, it comes out beautiful where you can't scratch it. Then let's just say it's DLC.
Right. Well, PVD is very tough either way. It really is.
Oh yes, PVD is very tough, and a lot of the overseas factories have done it very well. Like this guy right here, it's a dark stonewash, but like QSP.
Oh yeah, QSP. Yeah.
Like, look at that finish. It's dark stonewash, but I cut the
Yeah.
crap out of this thing, and
Yeah.
it's just so like. But there's other knives that I have that are from overseas that are scratched up too. But ours is from the Kube factory,
Right.
and they do beautiful coatings. So
Right.
we will see though. I haven't tested this guy out yet. I literally just got this yesterday, and it's just kind of been sitting in the box because I've been doing all this for you guys, so I can get these things out to you.
It's kind of got like a semi-gloss appeal to it, that blade, right? Am I right?
It's very kind of like,
Yeah.
look at that.
That's nice.
It's beautiful. So, but we'll see because the Vaders and Stormtroopers that held up. I have one that's blacked out too, and I haven't had one scratch. I use that for everything too. So, and I gotta show this. I keep forgetting it, but it keeps staring at me. So, if you guys are culinary enthusiasts and you cook at home, or you grill and stuff, and spring is coming, introduce you to the T.E.D kitchen knife.
Wow.
So it's going to be a Nitro V, and then, of course, the maple burl handle, as always. And these will be coming soon. This is just the prototype that I've been testing.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
alright.
that.
Yeah,
You're back.
that's what I think. Go for it. Like, don't worry.
What blade steel are you going to use on those kitchen knives?
So we're going to go with Nitro V, but I might go with an S of some sort, an S35 or an S90 V. I just don't know yet because you can technically, it's thin, but you can technically still use this for just like what the Benchmade knives are used for,
Yeah.
kind of cooking outdoors at campsites or, cutting meat. My dad, who is a chef who was down for my son's birthday, was using this to cut like, steaks and salmon and stuff for us. And it was filleting like no other. Daniel is the one that makes this out of Sheboygan, Michigan, and he does a great job at sharpening this. Like, you'll be happy if you get one of these minis. This is probably the sharpest knife I've ever had in my life. Like, I took it out, and I was cutting seat belts better than a serrated knife was.
Right.
Like, I tapped the seat belt. And I was like, yep.
That's an
You
awesome.
okay over there?
You good, Raven? That's an awesome blade shape for that kitchen knife. I love that kind of reverse tanto.
Yep.
Perfect for piercing into vegetables and then cutting through. Very nice design, my friend. Very nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You got to thank you, Daniel, too, because he kind of had a lot of input on this guy. He is a very, very good kitchen knife maker. A lot of Iron Chefs and big chefs have his custom knives. And he helped me design this because he's like, if we're going to do a kitchen knife, let me take some of the reins, and then you can sign off on it if you want to say it, as it's your brand. I was like, cool. And then he helped me kind of design it. He kept the tanto, like kind of look, like you said, reverse tanto. But then, of course, we gave it the nice swoop for the kitchen knives, and then the handle is a very neutral, very ergonomic style handle. So
he does. I have a feeling that I'm going to be extremely pleased with that burl. He looks like he does some awesome woodwork.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Hey, and you get to meet him. He'll be at Blazer with us too. He'll be part of our
fantastic.
Yeah. So because I wanted him to come along, we're gonna have some Damascus pieces that he's gonna do for the Kerr modes. We'll have some Damascus, and then we'll have the kitchen knives. I haven't named it yet because it's still prototype, but these will also be in Damascus. Okay, looks like we got him back. Let me see if I can put him back.
Technical difficulties.
He's back.
Everything went just off.
There we go.
Okay. It's all right. Oh, we got 2 minutes before Timothy gets back. So.
All right.
All right. So are you good now? You got your headphones on the back?
I can hear and everything. I couldn't hear anything y'all were saying and everything. I don't know if I was still coming across or not, but
all right,
I couldn't hear y'all.
That's part of doing it live, man. Technical difficulties happens all the time.
Timothy, you wanted to see a Finrar in titanium with stonewash, correct? I'll let him take some time to answer that question. So, all right. So once he's answering that, so I'm just gonna give you guys a quick update on all of the Den Design stuff before we head to the giveaway. So we, as you see, got everything in for the 8 pre-order knives as well as the minis. And we got a cool surprise too, is Adrian got brass, copper, titanium, and white and black G10 aftermarket scales for them too. So if you guys don't want to have to change it up sometimes and you kind of match your outfits like Shield Arms does.
Nice.
and Salty, you can adjust according to your outfit and stuff with the new scales coming as well. So let me show Timothy his knife here before he freaks out any further.
Give the man what he wants.
Give the man what he wants. Absolutely. So this one is the Finrar. Nothing is updated on it except for the G10 handles. There's milling on it now instead of a solid G10. Oh, there goes my phone. So here you go. This is the titanium with the stonewashed Finrar.
Nice.
That's your style right there, King Raven.
I could tell
Absolutely.
King Raven likes that one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go. Of course, this lamp is like right here. There you go.
Nice straight edge on that thing.
Oh, and I did testing on the original Finrar. Even though it's a straight edge, it did very well on the cut test. Even cut the leather belt like butter. So
right. It looks fairly thin. So
I see he's freaking out already over here. So let's see here.
Copper what?
Yeah.
So. I love copper. I love brass. I love anything that patinas. I love non-stainless steel. I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, copper medics.
Copper scales.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep, so those will go up after the pre-orders. Well, how we're going to ship these out is I will ship all the pre-orders first because you guys were awesome enough to go ahead and do that. And we will get whatever we have left on the site after that. I don't know how long that's going to take because we have a lot of pre-orders. Here's brass. Sorry,
nice.
It's the packaging. I don't want to open it. They're all vacuum sealed and
they'll start to change colors real quick, I bet.
Yep, exactly. We don't want the patina yet until they get to you. And then, of course, you'll have titanium too. So say you got a G10 pre-order or all we have left is G10, but you still want titanium, well, you can go ahead and grab titanium scales for your knife.
Genius.
Yes, sir. So this is the Cerberus. The first one came in D2 only. Now it's in S35 or 14C28N. And then as you see, the handles are now milled. So a little bit more of a texture to them, a little bit grippier than just the solid handles before. And the G10 only comes in the tan or the jade, which is like this one on the yokai. It's jade, I swear. It's just my lighting sucks.
Yeah.
As you see there, you can see the internals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you have jade or the, let me close this so I don't chop myself or stab myself in the eye, swing this around. Jade
like
or the coyote
color.
tan.
Yeah,
he picked out the perfect one. I was like, oh, it's coyote tan. He's like, yeah, that's what I was going for. Perfect.
Yeah.
And we only have the black and white aftermarket G10 for the yokai, Basilisk, and Cerberus. The other ones don't have G10. They're coming. They're just not here yet. And then, of course, you have the copper, the titanium, and the brass for all of them. So everybody can get the higher end aftermarket scales for any of the models. Like, I think I might switch these to brass.
Yeah, baby.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. The wife says go with copper, but I want to do brass. So here's that. Here's brass. Can't really see that way. Sorry. Or copper.
That's a tough one. Copper makes a really cool color, but it's smelly.
I know. It is. It smells like pennies.
Yeah.
I know Neves was having a conversation about that on his channel, how it just stinks of money.
That's funny.
It's not a bad thing to stink of money. And I gotta say,
I was about to say, I must like money there.
Yeah.
And then if you guys pre-order the minis, so you have the Ghoul, the Ryu, the Anzu, and then the Onis, of course, they're in as well. This is the new Anzu kind of shape. I love this one. This is probably my favorite. He brought back the Oni, of course, but redesigned handle with the nice generous lanyard hole now. And then these are kind of shaped and contoured more, so you can actually get to the lock release a little bit easier. As you see, very, very, very snappy. Try not to cut my fingers here. There you go. I already got my pinky. That's what I was talking to you guys earlier about.
I'd have to say that those are kind of performance oriented.
They are.
I think they're
They
more
are.
performance oriented.
Because the original ones I actually used as box cutters because they're so small.
Yeah.
It's just easy to cut boxes and not get too deep into the box, cut whatever you got inside there. So I use these. But now these are stainless. The old ones are D2. So I kind of like that we go in 14C. It's just
I love 14C.
I love 14C too. It's an old school steel, but it's
but it's
back,
good.
So.
It's good. It's so good. It's so easy to get lost in this crazy blade steel stuff, but if it's a good steel and it works, I'm all for it.
Correct, same way. Tyler, to answer your question, yes. So if you order anything from the pre-orders and the campaigns, I will be shipping everything together for you, so it's more efficient for everybody, especially for you, because you don't have to wait for 2 different packages. You will get both items at the same time. That answers your question. Cool. So, out of all the stuff that you guys seen from them designs, what are you guys more excited about? I'm guessing this guy, because this is probably what I'm the most excited about. Was this?
I like that one.
The new Hades.
Yeah.
The new Hades. Close behind that would be like a titanium Cerberus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. You want to see one?
He does.
Hold on, if I can find one. Hold on.
A titanium Cerberus. Oh man, I love that blade shape. It's just that's.
I think that blade shape works well for you, Raven.
Oh, absolutely, brother.
Definitely. That's a package opener. That's a box opener. Even like a food prep, dude. You could cut sandwiches.
Cut your apple,
nice.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Anything you want.
Woo!
Doggone, man. See that, and the way it's more monochromatic, just sort of like how I have my Shaman. Love it. That's right up.
I did that just for you, Adrian. Don't be mad at me.
That's in my future, man, and everything. That's what I want. I would love a titanium Cerberus. I love the Hades. Got to get a new Hades, but I think that would be my first.
Yeah, that's what's cool too. Is I think that there's a blade shape for a lot of different tastes there, and the shared handle is. I think that's a really smart idea.
Yes.
Yeah, there were some folks that said it's kind of weird how they all have the same handle, but at the same time, it's genius. I'm going to say it's flat out. It's genius on Adrian's part because you might like the knife and the handle, and all his handles are very ergonomically friendly. So, you might love this handle, but the blade shape just doesn't fit your style or taste, like Salty just said. So, why don't you hop over to the Finrar, which I already put it back, but it's right here. Same exact handle, but now if you don't like the clip point or the belly. You got a nice flat kind of like Warncliffe. Yeah. So, this is more your style, but you like this handle, there you go. But if you like this more, well, then there you are. But that's why, some people just got to say something to make everybody kind of reach out to them and be like, no. This is what we did. But no.
I think I like that Warncliffe the best.
See that same handle?
Yeah.
Different blade. There you go. And then the Basilisk will be right in the middle there with more of a it's still a clip point, but to me, it's more of a drop point kind of curvature to it. So, Johnny doesn't know. So, do you work at Damn Designs? Pretty much, I handle all United States Damn Design stuff, as you can tell.
All of it.
To answer your question, yes, sir. Pretty much, Damn Designs is myself and Adrian. Yep.
Modular aspect. Yeah, good point, Tyler Williams. I think that's awesome that it's modular. Yeah.
And answer John again. Yes, I am Anthony. Tackle Every Dad is me. Sorry, my name isn't Ted. That would be perfect if it was, but no. All right, so let's get to the giveaway. Woo! All right, it's not anything Damn Designs. I'm so sorry, but so what you guys will get tonight is, of course, one of the 3 You get all three Hanks again. You get the camo with the red. Shields.
Ooh, is that a Captain America shield?
Whoop whoop.
Oh, well, he's got the tattoo, baby.
You gotta give me
Yeah.
one.
This is an American flag, but there is throughout with the Declaration of Independence behind it.
Very
so it's
nice.
pretty cool. I don't want to open these because it's nice and fresh for you.
America.
And then the knife for tonight is a CJRB Craig. So this is kind of a cool. Yeah, this is actually kind of a cool knife. This is definitely a work knife and a workhorse of a knife too. So it's a G10 handle, flipper, but it has kind of this like old
recoil
style, kind of like recoil lock. So it's almost like an Axis, but not quite. So you just pull back that, boom! Look at how drop shutty that is. But it does have a kind of a break at the end. And again, it's an awesome kind of reverse Tonto clip.
Yeah, I have one of those. I've tested one of those. It's a fantastic work knife for sure.
Yep, it's a very beautiful knife. And then, of course, you get a T.E.D sticker pack. Let me pop this open so you see the stickers inside as well. You get 5 of the stickers, but I will also put your name into the raffle, or the waffle that is, for the crazy stuff that's going on. So again, you get the bear head, American flag bear head, the shield, the tank guy as my son calls it, and then the green and red holographic, and then of course an entry into the giveaway. Again, to let you guys know what the giveaway is, it has a Wesson All-Man S35VN titanium blacked out, a Wesson titanium carabiner, a RMJ tactical Umi is a fixed blade that's like a Quaken. You guys want to see the pictures of all this stuff? It's on my website, tacticalrated.com. Just head over there and you can see that. And then also a ProTech Runt 5 reverse Tonto with 20 CV and textured handles will also be in that waffle, as well as a whole bunch of Hanks, a whole bunch of stickers, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff in there. But if you want to check out the full waffle, please go on to the website and check that out. Here is the website link for you. So how this is going to work is I am going to let King Raven pick the number, the winning number. The range is going to be 600 to 700. And King Raven, just go into the private chat there on the side corner, the right-hand corner of our live stream thingy, and you can kind of pick the numbers. So it is the closest number not going over, and our screens will be the final screen. Continental United States only, please. I'm so sorry for our overseas or Canadian friends. It just doesn't work that way.
You said between 6 and 7, correct?
Yep. You guys can go ahead and take your guesses. And between 600 and 700 is that. And, while you guys kind of put your guesses in, we'll kind of go over some other stuff, too, that we got coming on. So I know King Raven couldn't, put Blade Show into his schedule this year, but I know Salty and myself, as well as My Bad Adventures and Daniel, are going as a group, as well as a lot of other YouTubers. Of course, you guys all know everybody's going to go. But I will have my own table there with a lot of Blade Show exclusive knives, as well as some Star Wars brands. Not Star Wars brands, but Star Wars exclusives. I don't think you can call it Star Wars, though. I gotta call it something else because it might be trademarked,
It might be.
so I might have to say, and also one guess only, guys, one guess only, or you're disqualified. Gotta let you know, just same rules across the board. So I can call it I don't even know what to call that, like the Planet Wars or space knives. I don't know,
I don't know either.
I can't even call my exclusive. I don't think I can call my exclusive operator series. I'd call it like the Stealth or the Sterile or something.
Oh, really?
I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it because I don't want to piss off Dave. Dave is a great guy, but I'm afraid to see Dave pissed off. So we won't call it the operator series, but I'll call it I don't know, the Black Bear or
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, the Black Bear.
I like the Black Bear.
So
Black
I'm
Ops,
thinking
something.
But yeah, Black Ops Bear.
Black Bear Ops, something. Bear Ops, I don't know, something like that.
Oh, I'm dumb. We just call it the Tactical Grizzlar.
There you go.
There we go. I forgot my name was Taco Ray Dad for a second there. So we just call it the Tactical Grizzlar. Right? Mind blowing. All right, so you guys got one more minute, and I'm going to close off the guesses. Just let you guys, any stragglers in there. Again, the prizes for tonight is the sticker pack. You get your entry into the waffle as well, the CJRB Craig, and the 3 8-ball EDC Hanks. Again, Captain Shields. King Raven, I'll send you one of these, so you'll have one. The American flag with the Eagles, and then, of course, the camo with the red back. So. And that will be sent out to you tomorrow, of course, if you respond tonight to my email with your address, if you are the winner. So. All right, so a minute is up. So any guess before this only? Stop. Boom. All right, guys. We'll take a few seconds here. Salty, did you see his number? In the
I do, yeah, I see his number.
All right, if you guys can help me just skim through real quick and see who got the closest to that. So the winning number for tonight, chosen by King Raven himself, is 625. We're going to just skim through real quick here. Ooh, we got some close ones. Ooh, we got one real close.
Oh.
Yeah, you see that one too?
Yeah.
All right, looks like Paul. You guys find anybody else besides Paul?
No,
Paul,
I think
6.
Yeah, 626. I think it's Paul Bessemer.
All right, Paul. Congratulations. So, Paul, everybody, Paul, please email me at info. I'll type it here, info@tacticaleverydaydad.com, and I will get that out to you tomorrow if you answer tonight, that is.
Nice. Congratulations, Paul.
Congratulations, Paul. Let's see. Everybody's kind of. A lot of folks are joining us now. I hope everybody got into their guests tonight for this giveaway. What bear is best? Jim from the office. Toy. I don't know. What bear is best? I'll go with the grizzly. You know, the grizzly is actually a real bear.
Really? I figured you named them after bears.
Right. But people are like, what is a grizzly? But it's a real hybrid between a polar bear and a grizzly bear. So that means it's the biggest bear on the planet, which is the polar bear, with probably one of the most ferocious predators ever, the grizzly bear, in one.
Wow.
Right. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
That's insane. I think bears are awesome animals.
Bears are awesome animals. Like, you know, I don't feel like they're there to be that scary. Growing up, everybody's like, be aware of bears and go camping and stuff like that. They're not going to come near you unless, you provoke them or have just food laid out. That's why you put up in the trees or you put in containers that, smell proof. But always, no matter what you have, put it up in a tree because you don't want a black bear or a bear of any size going near your camper tent.
I think a good name for that chef knife would be the Yogi.
The Yogi? The Yogi bear? So should I keep it to all real bears or should I branch out to fictional bears as well?
Hey, bear's a bear.
That's true.
It's 2022, man.
Grant, you just asked me all the questions tonight, aren't you? The fixed blades are on the way. I just don't know when. So I can't give a definite answer yet for that one. Sorry.
I'd be interested to see them.
Well, Johnny answered that yet. Yep. No, so we're not ready yet, but I don't know the exact. Go ahead, King.
No, I was just saying, I'm seeing a small knife in your future, man. The Pooh Bear.
The Pooh Bear.
The Pooh Bear. All right.
Oh, the Huggy Bear. Really pimped out one.
Oh, we just call out the original.
Right, the bear.
The bear. I gotta name this one something. I still gotta figure it out, but I still gotta see if this is what I want to stick with it. I might change a little bit of stuff for the mini, but this pretty much might be the mini right there. So
I love that. I think that's so good. I really like the. I like the Grizzlar. I love the Grizzlar, but man, I really like the Kermode. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. I can't wait to get it.
Check this out. The Stormtrooper blade will be known as the Tactical Polar. I
There
like
you
it.
go. I like it too.
Polar.
I like it.
I saw another one in there. Somebody said Panda Ops for the operator one.
Where's that? See, you can't call it a Panda Ops though because it's not white on it. It's completely blacked out. So
True.
yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. But
Decisions.
It's 8:30. I gotta thank King Raven and Salty again for returning to the channel. Always a pleasure to have you guys here in the chat with you. It's awesome to have you here for the first time, King Raven. But we'll have you back pretty soon. And Salty,
Appreciate it.
you'll be back sooner or later.
For sure. Most definitely. Pleasure to be here. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Both of you, thank you for everybody that joined us. And again, Paul, thank you for being our winner tonight. Please reach out to my email, and I'm sure to get you the prizes out tomorrow morning. If you guys have any more questions on the damn design stuff, feel free to shoot me a private message on Instagram, and I'll be glad to answer what I can answer. And if I can't get the answer for you, I'll get it from Adrian. So thank you guys again. Love. Always chat with you guys on Wednesday nights. Everybody have a good evening.
Peace.